suit and a silk shirt. And I'll be Charlie Potatoes. Charlie Potatoes coming down the street with a pen.
Despite the praise and accolades, the story of the Defiant Ones ultimately became a tragic chapter in history. This was his final screen appearance before an untimely death. A moment captured amidst an intense argument over a dog. The scene is haunting, revealing a side of him that people rarely saw, and it marked the end of his career in film. His last performance was marked by raw emotion, a reflection of the turmoil that would lead to his sudden departure from the world. The footage from that day remains etched in memory, a stark reminder of how fragile life can be amid moments of conflict. As the camera rolled for what would be his final time, no one could predict the tragedy that would follow soon after. The event drew attention not only because of its suddenness, but also because it underscored the unpredictability of life itself. This scene has since become a poignant piece of cinematic history, symbolizing both talent lost too soon and the devastating consequences of uncontrolled emotions. It stands as a powerful reminder to cherish moments and to handle disputes with care.
Not now, honey. Please, we got plenty of time.
Firstly, as the story unfolds, we see that the two convicts, John Joker Jackson and Noah Cullen, come from very different backgrounds and face a tough start. Joker, the white man, is rough and stubborn, while Noah, the black man, is calm and thoughtful. Both are chained together, which makes them responsible for each other's safety. Their escape begins as a quick chance, but now they must work together to stay ahead of the police who are chasing them. At first, they dislike each other and argue often because they come from different worlds and have many disagreements. However, as they face different challenges on their journey, they begin to see that they need each other to survive. They share stories, help each other when in danger, and slowly develop a bond that surprises both of them. Along the way, they not only try to stay free but also start to understand and respect each other's feelings and struggles. The story shows that even people who are very different can find common ground when they face difficult times together. As they aim to travel about 60 miles north to catch a train, their relationship transforms from distrust to loyalty, revealing the power of friendship and understanding under challenging circumstances. Their characters develop in complexity, showing both their flaws and their capacity for kindness and change as they try to reach safety.
Charlie Potatoes, when the chain's off and nobody chasing you. Come on. You can't, can you?
After learning about the movie The Defiant Ones, it is interesting to note that Robert Mitchum was considered for the role of Joker, but decided not to take it. He turned down the part because of his own experiences on a chain gang, which made him feel that the movie's story was not realistic for the time and place it was set. Mitchum believed that the idea of two prisoners escaping while chained together was not true to life in the segregated South, where the movie took place. Instead of accepting the role, he chose to stay away from the project. During the filming, the movie also included a technical advisor who helped make the story more authentic. This advisor was a man who had actually escaped from a real-life chain gang, making his advice valuable. He had first-hand experience of what life on a chain gang was really like, although he was not credited for his work. His presence behind the scenes helped the filmmakers create a more truthful and realistic portrayal of prison life and the difficulties faced by those who were chained together and trying to escape. His involvement shows the importance of real-life knowledge in making movies about serious topics like this. The choice to have a real escapee serve as a technical advisor added depth to the film's authenticity and showed the filmmakers' desire to depict the story truthfully, even if some actors like Mitchum chose not to be part of it. Because Nedrick Young was blacklisted at the time of making the film, he was not credited under his true name, but instead used a pseudonym to avoid repercussions from the Hollywood blacklist. Despite this, he played a crucial role as the co-writer of the story, contributing significantly to the film's powerful themes and narrative. Interestingly, both Nedrick Young and Harold Jacob Smith, who was also involved in the screenplay, are seen in the film working as prison truck drivers, a detail that connects their real lives to their on-screen appearances. The film is notable for its soundtrack, which is entirely diegetic, meaning every sound is part of the film's environment and can be seen on screen. For instance, when a character plays rock and roll music from a transistor radio, the audience can see it happening within the scene itself, and the sound is coming from the source visible to viewers. This approach gives the film a realistic feel and enhances the storytelling by making the sounds part of the character's world. The use of diegetic sound also emphasizes the character's independence and their environment, reinforcing the gritty and authentic tone of the film. Overall, these aspects reveal how the movie's production managed to incorporate creative storytelling methods while navigating the challenges of the blacklist era.
Hold it! Looks like you two boys are in for trouble.
Although filming The Defiant Ones in 1958 was a challenging process, the actors faced many physical difficulties during the production. Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis performed most of their own stunts, which added to the intensity of the scenes. They had to endure a climactic run that tested their endurance, navigate dangerous river rapids that required focus and bravery, and work through a challenging scene in a clay pit that demanded strength and resilience. These scenes pushed the limits of both actors physically and emotionally, making the filming a tough but rewarding experience. Meanwhile, industry humor added a touch of lightness to the tough filming days. Kirk Douglas, known for his wit, jokingly expressed a desire to play the role of the black convict, which brought some laughs on set. Burt Lancaster, also well known for his humor, humorously insisted that he wanted to play both convicts, creating a fun moment amid the serious production. These jokes show the camaraderie among the actors and how they used humor to cope with the demanding work. Despite the hard scenes and physical challenges, the cast's dedication helped bring the story to life, while their good humor kept spirits high during the long days of filming.
Long gone, don't mean baby. Long gone, what I mean, a long gone judge.
After watching The Defiant Ones, many viewers noticed that one of the memorable lines in the film is "All God's children got shoes." This line is not original to the movie, but is taken from the African-American spiritual song called "I Got Shoes." The song is well known and has been sung by many people over the years, often during church services or community gatherings. Its inclusion in the film adds depth to the themes of unity and equality, emphasizing that everyone, regardless of race or background, deserves dignity and respect. Tony Curtis, who played the character Noah Cullen, saw this film as a chance to move away from his usual image. Before this movie, Curtis was often seen as a handsome, charming, and somewhat superficial actor known for his pretty boy roles. He believed that taking on the role in The Defiant Ones could help him show a different side of his talent and prove that he was capable of more serious and meaningful acting. Moreover, Curtis was also heavily involved in the film's production side. His production company played a significant role in raising the money needed to make The Defiant Ones. At the time, movies required large budgets, and many studios hesitated to invest enough money into this project. Curtis used his influence and resources to help increase the film's budget, ensuring that it could be made with high quality and to reach a wider audience. Throughout his career, Curtis was known for his efforts to expand his acting range, and this film was a notable step in that direction. His involvement went beyond just acting. He wanted to ensure the movie could be successful both artistically and financially. The Defiant Ones ultimately became a critically acclaimed film, earning awards and praise for its powerful story and performances. In the context of its cultural references, the spiritual line highlights the film's message of hope, human connection, and the commonality shared by all people, regardless of often arbitrary differences. Curtis's career took a new turn because of this film, and his efforts behind the scenes showed his commitment to quality and meaningful storytelling. His work in raising the budget and taking on a different kind of role helped to shape his legacy as an actor willing to challenge himself and grow in his craft. This movie remains an important part of film history because of its social messages and the influential role Curtis played both on and off the screen.
Where is he?
Because of the social climate during the 1950s, Stanley Kramer, the director of the film The Defiant Ones, was often seen as favoring Sidney Poitier in the project. This favoritism was believed to be a reflection of the era's complex racial attitudes, as Kramer's dedication to portraying themes of equality and understanding was evident through Poitier's prominent role. Some people thought this favoritism might have affected the way the film was made or how Poitier received certain opportunities afterward, but others saw it as necessary to show the importance of racial unity during a time of significant racial unity tensions. Meanwhile, Elvis Presley, the legendary singer and actor, had expressed interest in playing the role of Joker Jackson in the film. Presley's desire to take on the part demonstrated his interest in acting more seriously and his wish to be part of meaningful projects. However, Colonel Tom Parker, Presley's manager, advised him against it, believing that such a role might conflict with Presley's image as a rock and role star, and might not be suitable for his career at that time. This decision kept Presley from pursuing a role that might have challenged his established image, but also showcased his interest in diverse acting opportunities. Overall, the film's production and the choices made around it reveal much about the cultural and racial dynamics of the late 1950s, as well as the career considerations of a rising star like Elvis Presley. In a notable scene from the 1958 movie The Defiant Ones, Noah, played by Sidney Poitier, slaps a cigarette out of Joker's mouth, portrayed by Tony Curtis. This moment is powerful and intense, as Noah accuses Joker of being afraid to catch his color, emphasizing the racial tension and conflict between the two characters. The scene captures the emotional struggle and the hope for understanding despite their differences. Filming took place mainly in the Los Angeles area, where the filmmakers used the region's diverse landscape and hills to create the setting. By placing the scenes in these natural surroundings, they cleverly blocked out urban areas and made it appear as if the characters were in more distant, rugged mountain ranges. This choice helped to focus on the characters and the story, giving it a sense of isolation and emphasizing their predicament. The Los Angeles landscape, with its rolling hills and varied terrain, became a key part of the film's visual storytelling. Through careful filming locations and dramatic moments like Noah's slap, the movie created a memorable and compelling story about race, prejudice, and the struggle for survival. The scene remains powerful because it highlights the tension and the potential for empathy, even in difficult circumstances. With the combination of strong performances and the beautiful but harsh landscape, the filmmakers made sure that the message of the movie resonated with audiences long after they saw it.
And busting rough?
It's better than being dead.
You ever seen a lynching?
Although the main story of the movie centers on two prisoners, the supporting cast plays an important role in creating a rich and believable world. Curtis, the director, praised the supporting cast for their strong performances, which added depth and realism to the film. One actor who received particular praise was Carl Alfalfa Switzer. Switzer was known for his earlier work in comedy, especially in the Our Gang series, but in this film, he took on a different role. He played a member of the Posse, a group searching for the escaped prisoners. His character was seen holding a transistor radio, which was a small but noticeable detail that added to the authenticity of the scene. Unfortunately, Switzer's appearance in the film marked his last screen role. Less than a year after the movie was made, Switzer was involved in a tragic shooting that led to his untimely death. His death cast a shadow over the film's legacy, and many remember his final performance with sadness. The film thus became a poignant reminder of his talent and troubled life, highlighting the fleeting nature of fame and the importance of appreciating actors while they are still with us. Despite the sadness surrounding his passing, Switzer's contribution to The Defiant Ones remains an integral part of the film's story, showing how supporting characters can leave a lasting impact, even in brief moments.
You through the front door just long enough to collect your tip.
What's eating you?
The Defiant Ones, a film released in 1958, is especially praised for its exceptional film quality. Many viewers and critics have highlighted its fantastic cinematography, which captures the intense scenes and emotional moments with great skill. The way the camera work brings the story to life helps viewers feel connected to the characters and the situations they face. The lighting, angles, and filming techniques all work together to create a vivid and engaging experience. Along with the visual excellence, the acting in the movie is considered outstanding. The performances of the main actors bring depth and realism to their roles, making their characters believable and relatable. Their expressions and interactions add emotion and tension to the story, drawing the audience into the film. Because of these qualities, The Defiant Ones is seen as a mesmerizing film that is truly worth watching. Its high-quality cinematography combined with powerful acting makes it stand out among movies of its time. Viewers often remember it not only for its story, but also for its beautiful visuals and compelling performances. The movie continues to be appreciated for these aspects, securing its place as a classic in film history. Those who enjoy well-made films with excellent technical and acting qualities will likely find The Defiant Ones a captivating experience. This combination of visual brilliance and powerful acting ensures it remains a memorable and influential film in cinema history.
There's a train.
The 1958 film The Defiant Ones stands out as a bold an historically significant piece in American cinema, eliciting a spectrum of opinions that collectively underscore its enduring impact and the complexities of its execution. At its core, the film was revolutionary for its time, daring to tackle issues of race, prejudice, and societal division head-on, often set against the backdrop of a racially charged Southern environment. Its daring nature reflects a conscious effort to challenge audiences and provoke thought about the deep divisions that segmented American society in the late 1950s. Sidney Poitier delivers an outstanding performance that remains central to the film's power. His portrayal of Noah, a black convict unjustly chained to a white inmate, Max, played by Tony Curtis, a relationship that forms the film's emotional and narrative core, is marked by nuance and strength. Poitier's presence on screen is commanding, and his ability to infuse his character with dignity amid a tense situation reflects his exceptional talent. Despite some criticisms of his singing aspect, which was arguably not his strongest suit, his acting is undeniably compelling and elevates the film beyond mere entertainment to social commentary. Curtis complements Poitier well, creating a dynamic duo whose interactions drive the narrative and embody the central themes of prejudice, distrust, and eventual cooperation. The film's black and white cinematography captures the starkness of its settings, emphasizing the tension and, at times, the brutality of the environment. Action sequences, including tense chases and confrontations, are well filmed and add an intensity that keeps viewers engaged. These sequences, combined with strong character conflicts, contribute to the sense that The Defiant Ones was not just a story about individuals, but a reflection of larger societal battles. However, the film has not been immune to criticism. Some reviewers argue that certain aspects of the production lack authenticity. For instance, the depiction of rural Southern characters and their mannerisms has been criticized as overly stereotypical or inauthentic, with one review comparing it unfavorably to real-life Southerners, even suggesting that the accents sounded exaggerated or false. This criticism points to the limitations of the era's casting choices and dialect coaching, which sometimes resulted in performances that felt more performative than genuine. Furthermore, the Old South setting and the portrayal of characters from that region have been questioned for potentially perpetuating stereotypes, rather than challenging them comprehensively. Critics note that some performances, while well-meaning, lack depth or accuracy, which may diminish the film's overall impact as a piece of social realism. Despite this, some viewers appreciate the film's intentions and recognize that its primary goal was to spotlight racial tension and humanize characters who might have otherwise been caricatured. Interestingly, the film also features a notable cast of character actors like Lon Chaney Jr. and Claude Akins, adding a layer of vintage Hollywood charm. Their presence offers viewers a glimpse into the era's acting style and reinforces the film's place within the studio-era tradition. These performances, although sometimes criticized for their theatricality or exaggerated dialects, provide a nostalgic connection to the filmmaking practices of the late 1950s. Some receive the film with a sense of admiration for its pioneering spirit and its attempt to address critical social issues, viewing it as an earnest effort at social realism. Others see it as a somewhat imperfect artifact, flawed by cliches, stereotypical characterizations, and perhaps a limited understanding of the complexities of race relations, especially considering the era's constraints. In essence, The Defiant Ones remains a significant film that combines admirable performances, meaningful themes, and impactful storytelling, despite its occasional shortcomings in authenticity and nuanced portrayal. Its historical context, ambitious attempt to confront racial division, and the powerful chemistry between Poitier and Curtis contribute to its lasting legacy. While critics may find fault with some elements, the overall message about unity and humanity resonates, making it a film that continues to provoke discussion and reflection decades after its initial release.
Do a thing like that.
She's just trying to help you.
Yeah, but she sure helped though, Rock.
Can't blame a blind.
As we reach the end of this powerful story, there's more to uncover behind the scenes. The cast of The Defiant Ones brought these intense characters to life, but their journeys didn't end on the set. In our bonus segment, we delve into what happened to these talented actors after the cameras stopped rolling, discover surprising twists in their lives, unexpected triumphs, and challenges they faced in the years that followed. Some faded from the spotlight, while others carved new paths in their careers. This behind-the-scenes look reveals the true stories of the men who made The Defiant Ones unforgettable, adding new layers of depth and intrigue to the film's legacy. Stay tuned. What you'll learn may change how you see these performances forever.
Max, I got something I want to say to you.
He can't go any further. We'll have to back into our...
Charles McGraw delivered a stern, intense portrayal of Captain Frank Gibbons in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones. His character was a hardened law enforcement officer tasked with escorting escaped convicts who are forced to rely on each other despite their differences. McGraw's portrayal captured Gibbons' disciplined, no-nonsense attitude, adding a layer of grit and realism to the film. Known for his deep voice and commanding presence, McGraw brought a dark charisma to his role that left a lasting impression on audiences. His performance highlighted themes of authority, morality, and human resilience during a turbulent time in American cinema. Beyond the screen, McGraw's life was filled with struggles and mysteries. Born in 1914 in St. Paul, Minnesota, he faced personal hardships early on, struggling to break into Hollywood amidst a backdrop of Hollywood scandals and the underworld connections often associated with the industry at the time. His career was marked by typecasting as tough, gritty characters, which sometimes overshadowed his personal life. Rumors circulated about tensions on set, and there are unconfirmed reports of financial hardships and legal issues that plagued him later in life. McGraw was known to have suffered from health issues, possibly worsened by alcohol abuse, which contributed to his declining years. His death in 1962 was sudden and somewhat obscure, with little public acknowledgement or explanation. The last known information about McGraw suggests he quietly withdrew from the limelight, leaving behind a legacy of intense performances shadowed by a life marred with personal struggles. His true story remains somewhat shrouded in mystery, a silent testament to the complexities behind the icon of the tough guy persona he portrayed.
We're dead tired on our feet.
Oh, Max, have a heart.
It's gonna get dark pretty soon anyway.
In the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, Carroll O'Connor took on the small but vital role of a truck driver. His portrayal was gritty and intense, capturing the tension of a man caught in a tense situation with a raw sense of realism. Though this role was brief, it added to the foundation of his career, showcasing his ability to embody troubled, complex characters. O'Connor's career extended beyond this early part, ultimately leading to his most famous role as Archie Bunker on All in the Family. But behind his on-screen persona, his life was marked by struggles and hardships. O'Connor faced personal demons, including battles with depression and an unpredictable temper. He endured professional setbacks, including how the industry often viewed him as typecast after his comedic roles. His life was not without dark moments. Rumors circulated about his volatile behavior and clashes with colleagues. Money and health issues also haunted him later in life. Despite these challenges, O'Connor maintained a resilient presence in Hollywood, earning respect for his craft and the impact of his work. The last known information about Carroll O'Connor indicates he passed away in 2001, leaving behind a legacy of memorable characters and complex human stories. His life remains a testament to perseverance amid adversity. Theodore Beichels' portrayal of Sheriff Max Muller in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones was a pivotal moment in his career. With his commanding presence and deep voice, Beichel embodied the complex, authoritative figure caught between social divisions and personal struggles. His character embodied themes of racial tension, authority, and redemption, adding weight to the film's intense narrative. Beichel's performance was praised for its subtlety and emotional depth, highlighting his talent for bringing layered characters to life. Beyond this role, Beichel was known for his rich career in music, theater, and activism. He was a passionate advocate for human rights, often speaking out against injustice and facing personal risks in turbulent political climates. His personal life was marked by hardship. He endured discrimination and political exile for his outspoken beliefs. Beichel's Jewish heritage, combined with his outspoken opposition to oppression, occasionally brought him into conflict with authorities, fueling a life of resilience amidst adversity. His later years were marred by health issues, yet he remained active in performing and advocating until his death. The last reports suggest he continued to tour and speak publicly about justice and culture. Beichel's complex legacy is one of talent, activism, and unwavering commitment to his ideals. Cara Williams portrayed Billy's mother in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, a role that showcased her ability to convey deep emotional pain and resilience. Her character was a woman torn between compassion and disillusionment in a harsh world that tested her limits as a mother. The role demanded a nuanced performance, highlighting Williams' skill in portraying complex, suffering women under intense circumstances. Beyond her acting, Williams' career was marked by a pattern of facing typecasting and industry rejection, which overshadowed her talent. Her personal life was fraught with difficulties. She endured several tragic losses, including the death of her child, which cast a shadow over her later years. Rumors circulated about struggles with depression, exacerbated by her frequent battles with Hollywood's unkind reputation for fleeting fame and betrayal. Despite her talent, her career waned, and she retreated from the limelight, living a quiet, secluded life away from the public eye. The last known information suggests she withdrew entirely from Hollywood circles after the 1960s, leaving behind a legacy overshadowed by personal hardship and unfulfilled potential. Her story remains a poignant reminder of the darker side of show business and the toll it can take on those who seek recognition.
Potatoes now. So are you.
Sidney Poitier's portrayal of Noah Cullen in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones revealed a depth of vulnerability and resilience that set him apart as an actor. As Cullen, Poitier embodied a man torn between anger and a desperate desire for freedom, navigating the brutality of racial prejudice with silent strength. His performance was both haunting and powerful, capturing the complexities of race, identity, and survival in a system designed to dehumanize. This role marked a turning point in cinema, showcasing Poitier's ability to portray African Americans with dignity and nuance, breaking stereotypes that had persisted for decades. Off-screen, Poitier's life was marred by personal hardships and difficult social realities. Born in the Bahamas to struggling farmers, he faced poverty early on and endured years of racial discrimination that limited opportunities. His rise to stardom was fueled by relentless determination amid a turbulent social backdrop of segregation and prejudice. Though celebrated for his acting, Poitier endured scandals that threatened his reputation, including rumors of relationships and accusations aimed at undermining his integrity. Throughout his career, he also confronted the political and social messiness of the civil rights era, often speaking out against injustice, but facing pushback from critics and society. In later years, Poitier faced personal loss, including the death of loved ones that shadowed his achievements. Now, the last available information points to his quiet retirement, with few recent public appearances. Despite his guarded privacy, his legacy remains a testament to resilience and the pursuit of dignity amidst darkness.
Were you going to kill him?
Maybe. If they hadn't.
Lon Chaney Jr. portrayed Big Sam in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, a character marked by his rough exterior and complex moral struggles. As Big Sam, Chaney embodied raw strength and vulnerability, capturing the tension of a man torn between survival instincts and a desire for dignity. His performance reflected the shadows of his own tumultuous life, echoing themes of hardship and resilience. Chaney's career was long and filled with triumphs and tragedies. Known for his roles in horror classics like The Wolfman, his acting was often overshadowed by personal demons. He battled severe alcoholism and struggled with mental health issues, which affected his work and personal relationships. His life was marred by scandal and hardship, including financial ruin and health problems stemming from decades of substance abuse. Despite moments of renewed success, he often faced a dark spiral of addiction and despair. The final years of Chaney's life were marked by declining health and isolation, with his career waning and personal life in shambles. The last known reports indicate he passed away in 1973, haunted by his past, but forever remembered for his significant contributions to film. His story remains a somber testament to the toll of stardom and inner turmoil.
I was just thinking the last time somebody sat up all night taking care of me.
Carl Alfalfa Switzer's role as Angus in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones marked a rare departure from his persona as the mischievous, comedic child actor from our gang. Switzer's portrayal of Angus was darker and more complex, a stark contrast against his well-known boyish image. This performance showcased his attempt to shed his juvenile reputation and demonstrate serious acting ability. Despite his effort to expand his career, Switzer's life was riddled with hardships beyond the silver screen. His career was marred by personal scandals, including allegations of inappropriate conduct, and struggles with substance abuse, which reflected his internal battles. Tragically, Switzer's life was plagued by financial difficulties, legal issues, and ongoing mental health struggles, which overshadowed his brief moment of fame. In 1967, at the age of 31, his life ended abruptly when he was shot and killed by a hunter during a confrontation in Los Angeles, a violent and mysterious end that remains shrouded in darkness. The final known details depict a man haunted by fame, personal demons, and unfulfilled potential, leaving a somber legacy that continues to evoke curiosity and sorrow.
No, I cut that out of a magazine.
What is it?
Tony Curtis portrayed John Joker Jackson in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex, gritty characters. Jackson was a rebellious, troubled man chained to a black inmate, played by Sidney Poitier, in a story about race and redemption. Curtis's performance was intense, capturing Jackson's inner turmoil and fierce defiance amidst circumstances beyond his control. The role marked a turning point for Curtis, allowing him to explore darker, more dramatic themes in his acting. Off-screen, Curtis's life was fraught with hardship and scandal. He faced personal struggles with addiction and multiple marriages, which led to public scrutiny and personal turmoil. His career was affected by rumors of conflicts with Hollywood studios and legal battles, adding a layer of mystery to his public image. Curtis's early life was marred by poverty and a turbulent childhood, shaping his rebellious nature. Despite professional successes, particularly in films like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus, Curtis faced periods of career decline and personal loss. His reputation was shadowed by allegations and tabloid scandals, which affected his later years. The last known information suggests Curtis remained largely private after retiring from acting, living a secluded life until his death. His final years were marked by reflection on a life filled with triumphs and trials, leaving a legacy shrouded in both brilliance and struggle. Claude Akins portrayed Mac in the 1958 film The Defiant Ones, a role that showcased his rugged presence and commanding screen presence. Mac was a tough, no-nonsense character, embodying the raw strength and gritty resilience that Akins brought to life with subtle intensity. This performance was instrumental in establishing Akins as a distinctive figure in Hollywood's hard-edged portrayals of masculinity. Beyond the role, Akins' career spanned decades, marked by a reputation for playing authoritative figures in film and television. His career was no stranger to hardship. He faced periods of typecasting that limited his opportunities and challenged his artistic independence. Personal struggles haunted him, including battles with health. Rumors circulated about debts and financial instability, reflecting the darker side of Hollywood fame. Akins' life was shadowed by moments of personal loss and adversity that many did not see on screen. The most compelling and tragic aspect of his story is how he managed to continue working despite these hardships, maintaining a stoic outward appearance. His final years saw a quieter reflection on his career, with limited public appearances and little media coverage. The last known information indicates that Claude Akins passed away in 1994, leaving behind a legacy of tough, memorable characters and a life filled with both achievement and unseen struggles.
Must get pretty lonesome for you.
Like that jail, ain't it?
The Defiant Ones remains a powerful film that highlighted themes of race, freedom, and resilience, leaving a lasting impact on audiences worldwide. Released in 1958, it starred Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis as two escapees chained together, fighting not only their captors but also societal barriers. The film's intense scenes, especially their struggle to overcome differences and work together, showcase their acting brilliance. It also faced challenges during production, with debates over its racial themes, but ultimately became a landmark in cinema history. Over the years, the cast's lives evolved dramatically, with Poitier becoming a trailblazer for African-American actors, and Curtis navigating a long career in Hollywood. The film's legacy endures as a story of courage, unity, and hope. Did you watch The Defiant Ones during your childhood? Do you remember the feelings it stirred, or the messages it left behind? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. It's a chance to reconnect with a film that challenged and inspired many generations.
We're doing all right, Joe.
Yeah.